Rulene and I started crime scene cleanup in the year 2000 after a friend of us passed away, and we needed some assistance on cleaning the scene and we couldn't find anybody. So we have decided to bring our knowledge that we have of crime scene cleaning to South Africa and started the business. We sometimes get asked why we are crime scene cleaners. Because of the business, because of the passion to serve and help where we can in our community, and of course nationwide. We have had so many requests in the past that we could not get to and help the people, as we were based in Pretoria and we had some requests from the Western Cape. The reason why we franchised the business is to make sure that everybody in need in South Africa could be helped and assisted. We do not want people, traumatized people and families of victims to be left with what is left behind. People are normally under the misperception that the police or the emergency services will clean up where there is blood or bodily fluid, and they soon realize as soon as they leave that there is nobody to clean it if they don't ask. As our business grew, Rulene and I decided to franchise our business, as business owners are much more passionate about what they do. When we get the call to come and assist at a client's residential property or business area, we would arrive with our full kit, packed and ready to do the scene, to clean the scene, as we do on-site quotes for free, and 99% of the time the client will give us approval to start with the cleanup immediately. As we do not want the clients to go into the affected areas to minimize trauma for them, we would ask them to stay outside. We would put our respirators and our boots on before we do the assessment of the scene. This, of course, we do for health and safety reasons. And then when we give the quote to the client, they would give us an approval and we would start cleaning the scene immediately. The scene can take from 1 hour to a couple of days, depending on the size of the scene. And then when we are completely sure that the area is clean and decontaminated, we will give a statement of clearance, which is our guarantee to the client that our work was done professionally and proper. You will know that you will be able to handle a cleanup if you have thought about it. If you have gone on the internet, done your research, looking at crime scenes on YouTube, and still have the feeling that you want to become a crime scene cleaner, you will be able to handle a scene. Our clients come from everywhere. Word of mouth, the internet, our website, the police, emergency medical services, pastors, the churches would normally recommend us. Absolutely anybody that works in the emergency services. Most insurance companies will pay for our service. They won't advertise it, but they actually do. Homeowners and household insurance depending on the scene. And then if people are not insured, we have a down payment plan that the client can arrange with us, and then of course we get paid via EFT or cash on scene. We recommend 2 people per scene. The reason for this is safety and of course trauma. We need to speak to each other or a teammate to help us through the scene, especially if it is a big scene or one that takes a lot of hours. Our training consists of 1 week, one-on-one training with visual aids, on-site training and on-scene training when a scene arises. This will give the trainee a better perspective of what must be done, when it must be done, and of course our specialized technique that we have used in our business since the beginning. Our technique is very professional. It helps minimize the area that is contaminated, not enlarge the area, and of course how our chemicals, PPE and on-scene customer relations must work. In training we use pig's blood to get the trainees used to the characteristics and the texture and the look of real blood before we take them into a real scene. This makes it easier for the trainees. Normally training will take about 5 days depending on the trainees. We can extend the training where needed and where needed. We also have available refresher courses for franchisees or trainees that is already trained. Our existing franchisees are a real passionate bunch. We have a lot of fun together as much as we can get together, or we would be having Skype meetings at least once a month where we will discuss on what we have done the month, if we have found a technique that could be a little bit changed, it would be discussed with the rest of the franchisees. Being a crimes and cleaner has a lot of risks, but is much more rewarding than all the risks there can be. The gratitude, the hugs and kisses afterwards when you are done on a scene, restoring a place to a safe and hazardous-free area is much more rewarding than the invoice. You can become part of the Crimes and Cleanup group if you have real passion for your community and at the same time earn a very good return on your investment.